Well, welcome to the informational meeting about the college program. And what we're going to be talking about is the 6 month course that we're going to be doing. And it's starting September, probably end of September, beginning of October. And it's really about helping, you said your daughter, what's your daughter's name?
It's M.
Em?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay, great. Um, Basically helping her and other students basically get prepared for their college audition from learning their materials and getting new material if we think that it might suit her better, making recommendations, because that sometimes students sing songs that might not work for them, or we find something that works for them better, even for monologues as well. Um, we're also going to be helping them with the application process, the essay writing, because that's just as important as the audition process, obviously, because the auditions are obviously for the Department of Theater and all that, but you need to be able to get into the college part of it as well. Does that make sense? So we want to make sure we cover all aspects.
Yep. Totally.
Okay, great. So the teachers, it's going to be myself. I'm actually located in Ireland. I've been teaching for dance musical theater for over 15 years now, essentially. But in the past 8 years, I've helped teaching audition technique to students and have a 100% rate that they've gotten into colleges. And some of the students would be students that auditioned in the UK, didn't get in, had to do a foundation course with us in Ireland to work on certain things, so that we can work on making sure that they develop certain skills so they can audition and then get in again. Micah, I just posted a video on our Instagram, and it's basically Micah Young is a Broadway musical director. He's worked with us for the past 4 years. He has over 18 years on Broadway. He does lots of auditions in New York where he plays the piano during auditions in New York City, and he's taught at many college programs, so he knows what they're looking for, etc. Niall Lynn, one of our other teachers, will be our acting coach and our self-tape coach, because self-tapes may be an option for your daughter, Lori, because you might not be able to get to the college program in person, so self-tapes will be just as important. And Niall's going to be helping with that, and she's a New York City-based award-winning actress as well. Pam Monaco is a professor that was teaching at Temple and teaching at college programs for the past 30 years. So she'll be helping with the essay side, the application side, the scholarship and that kind of funding side, if that's something that you need to look into. Mary Helen Hensley is our other writing teacher. She has written 10 books. So it's really making sure that bringing out the creative side of the student in their writing, but also making sure it is a dot all the I's and cross all the T's, grammar-wise, spelling-wise, all that kind of stuff. We have Kimberly Faye Greenberg, who will also come in and talk about the show business side of everything. And that'll be also with Niall and myself about packaging everything that you need, resumes, headshots, making sure everything is nice and ready and to go for the application as well, because that's just as important, especially start learning that side of it until they're going into their career. Then we have some Broadway stars that are going to come in every so often and teach with us. We'll be getting, hopefully, Sarah Meal. She's in Death Becomes Her. That's coming up on Broadway. She was in Kiss Me Kate, Cinderella, or Bad Cinderella, it was called. And then we have Thane Jasperson, who's been in Hamilton for the past 9 years, if you can believe it. But he's been in the workshop phase for over 10. So he's been involved since the beginning. And then we'll be getting some Carnegie Mellon University, Shenandoah University, Syracuse University, and some other college programs and teachers that I know to come and talk about their program, to come and talk about the process that they look for in an audition process. The hours of class, we're looking at about a Sunday, Monday, and a Thursday. We want to talk to the parents and see if that works overall. And it's about 120, 125 hours of class in the next 6 months, and really making that happen for the students, and for obviously less pressure for the parents, because sometimes I don't know if, Lori, this is something that is new to you, theater business side and theater audition process. So we want to make it easy as possible. Um, and it's going to basically go up until right when they're getting into the programs that they want to, or we're also going to be there for the rejection. We want to make sure that we're helping them on both sides of the coin. We're going to be bringing in a Broadway veteran who does Reiki, and we're going to bring in someone that does mindset. So they're prepared for the audition, rejection, or celebration. So we're going to be there for that as well, because that is just as important. And unfortunately, rejection is part of the business of show business nowadays and always has been. So it's helping them start to learn that process going into college so that they're able to have the right mindset through college and then going into their career after college. And another great thing is that you'll have a 1-year membership of our archive of classes and some of our other free online classes that other online classes at a discount that we do around the other college process as well. So that's pretty much everything in a nutshell. It's 4 to 6 hours per week of class. When we break it down from the Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, there are some weeks, if depending on the amount of students, it could be like 8 hours just to make sure that we have everything done for that week, etc. So that's pretty much what it is in a nutshell. And I want to ask, what questions would you have? Did I answer everything?
I think so. This is lots of good information. I tried to take some notes.
Yeah.
Just looking at, so I didn't hear you talk about pre-screens. Is there assistance in that space?
The pre-screens
Yes.
for the audition process, you mean?
Yes.
We can help with that if we need. Yes, definitely. We'll be looking at all the new information from college auditions, and we'll look at pre-screening, and obviously some of that could be self-taping, if I'm correct, from pre-screening
Yeah,
as
it
well.
would have to be, right? So
Yeah.
that's the big component for even getting to the audition phase, right? It's getting through
Yes.
this
Okay.
pre-screen.
And that's what Niall Lynn will be helping with within the first month or so, is the self-tape aspect.
Okay.
She's the expert for that, and making sure that the self-tape is ready to go. Do you know where she's looking at, or where you guys are looking at, what programs?
Still working on the final list.
Okay.
It's probably will be most of the normal ones that you read about. Pace,
Okay.
Montclair, Malloy, Cap, Ithaca, UNC Greensboro.
Ithaca, yeah.
Yeah, like so. I think we
Okay.
have
Oh,
about
so in North
20.
Carolina, Greensboro program.
Yes, they
To stay
accept
near home.
very few. Yeah, yeah. So which is pretty common. So
Right.
so
Is
UNC
there a
say,
program that jumps out to her that she's like, I really want to get in because
uh
of X, Y,
I don't
Z,
know.
or
I don't know. She hasn't shared that with me yet. We're doing another tour this weekend though. So
okay.
we've
Where are you
actually
going to be going?
we've toured in person. Ryder,
Oh, okay.
we've toured Tisch, Ryder, Marymount, Manhattan, um
Yeah.
we're doing Pace this weekend. We
Okay,
did,
so you're going up to New York.
yeah, and we did Montclair. There's another big open house we went to in October. It was up in the Northeast. We toured Ithaca. We walked the campus of Cortland and LIU. She's been to Elon, and Chapel Hill, UNC Chapel Hill, and
Oh, okay, UNC Chapel Hill, yeah.
yeah. So we've been to quite a few.
You've been traveling a lot then.
Yeah, yeah.
And what is the experience that your daughter has right now? You said she's in class right now, so that's great.
She is.
Where is she studying?
She's actually at UNCSA. in the high school program.
Oh, the high school program.
Yeah, so University of North Carolina School of the Arts. So there's a college
Okay, great.
side, there's the college side, and then there's the high school side.
Yeah,
Um, so they
yes, I know
focus,
that one.
yeah, they have different tracks like theater, they have a vocal track, a music track, a visual arts track. So
If I'm
she
correct, is
just,
that the one that Eva went to? Eva Nobilizada.
maybe,
I think that she's from Hadestown on Broadway and Miss
yes, that
Saigon.
may be, so we saw Hadestown a few months ago, and actually we're going back to see it again because she wants to see Jordan Fisher before he leaves. We saw it with Reed Carney. So anyway,
Ah,
that's one of the main reasons why we're going up, and then we're just tacking a college tour on. Um,
okay.
so
And Pace is going to be, do they have any, when you're going to Pace, are there anything specific that you're going to get to do when you're there, or is it just a tour?
it's just a tour. You just it's not a self-guided one. It's you actually have a representative there. So
Okay.
what it,
And do you know
so
who
it's
that
like
is
an
yet or
hour and
not
a
when you get
half,
there?
2 hour long tour. So I assume it'll probably be someone from admissions and probably a student led tour
Okay.
person. We've done some tours like
Okay,
that.
awesome.
We've done some self tours, and we've done some open houses.
All right. And let me ask you, because this would be something that obviously parents need to know, and that we need to know from parents. Would there be something that you guys need to look for funding or scholarships, or would you be applying for all of that as well, or not?
So she'll be applying for merit and academic, like so merit and talent based aid is what she'll be applying for.
Okay, awesome. Just so we know, that is something that we want to make sure that, going into it, what do we need to help? Um, Obviously, not just the application and the essay, it's going after the merit or the academic scholarship, etc. That's something that Pam, well, the college professor, would definitely need to know that kind of information to help, but to help properly. What other questions do you have?
Is this, so when they meet, is it with other students? Or is
Yes,
okay, so it is truly like a class environment. So the
it'll be
students,
a class Zoom online environment, and then certain things like some vocal training will be like probably 10 or 15 minutes every so often that she'll get to work with one of our vocal teachers to say work on this, this, and this, and this, and that'll be one more one-on-one
okay, okay. And
so
what do
that they
those
get that.
classes look like? Like her schedule is, um,
Okay.
it is, I thought it was gonna be less because this is her first year. She's a transfer student. So in
Yeah.
years prior, then she had her normal, all of her schoolwork and then voice lessons. And then in high school, they do two productions. So almost every day for 9 months was rehearsal, like rehearsals and stuff,
Okay.
because they have multiple different ones. And then sometimes on the weekends. So I thought it would be less crazy schedule wise when she got there because they don't do a production, they focus on craft. Um,
Okay. On the
but
skill
the
set.
schedules are, it's like 8 in the morning till sometimes it's 7. I think even some nights she has
Okay.
something 7 to 8 PM at night. So it's a pretty intense
Yeah, that's
schedule.
a lot. Yeah. So we were looking at the Sunday schedule. Sunday is probably later in the afternoon, early evening, on the East Coast side for a time frame, just so you know. So then we were looking at Monday and Thursday evenings after the school's finished, obviously. Um, and if we need to adjust some of that because more parents and students with the timing, we need to adjust some of that time frame. We can look at that, of course. And but we know like Sundays usually is pretty much a good day because it's most people are home, and we want to make sure that they're um, starting the week on what they need to work on as well with before the Monday, and then have a few days to then work on stuff for the Thursday, and then keep going in that time frame.
Okay.
But if we need to make Sunday a little longer because of the scheduling, we can look at that as well. We want to work with you guys, then and just take what works best for everybody, as generally what works best, if that makes sense.
Sure. No, that makes sense. Yeah,
And I
so
get it. There's a lot of after school stuff, especially with shows.
I know, I'm just trying to get it all packed in this like basically 3-month window that we have to get everything
Of
in.
course.
Almost every
And
college is due by December 1st, and some of them are due like Ryder. I think it's mid-November that theirs is due. So
the application,
yes.
yeah, so that would be the first thing that we would be working on because of the essay and application. Some, as you just said, some of them, especially for early decision, or some college programs want them a little earlier. And then some colleges don't, are usually by February. So it just depends on what they're going for, which program. The college can be all different. So we want to make sure we start with a bang with the essay and application process as soon as possible, with some acting and singing classes to start as well, obviously, but the application and essays, we want to start those and get them ready. So then we can go, okay, those are ready and done. Let's get into the skill set and get your self tape done the next couple weeks so that you can do the pre-screen. That's done. Great. Let's get into skill set so you get the call back to audition in person, or you have to send another self tape and then they see the improvements, that kind of thing.
Yep. Makes sense.
That's what we want to aim for. And of course, any classes will be recording. So if they're like, oh my God, I was only able to come in the last part of it, we'll be able to send some recordings so they can watch the first part, etc. as well, of course.
Okay.
And take notes that way. Do you have any other questions? Because this is great. Learning what you guys are looking for.
Yeah, that's the bulk of my questions outside of like what the fee structure looks like. And
Okay. Yeah. So we have before September 1st, we have a one-time payment and a monthly fee, and then after the 1st of September, the price goes up, but we still have a monthly fee so that it can and it's a 6-month, obviously, monthly fee to help parents that can't do the lump sum all at once. So that is in place as well.
is that fee structure on the website, or will that come follow up via email, or how do we?
Yeah, so I can send this to you. So 1 second. So did you see the main website with all the information first?
I can't, I've read so much, I cannot recall. So if you
Okay,
have
so there's the main, that's the main link. And then right here will be it basically take when you say yes, I'd like to get my seat, it takes you to this link, which is where the payments are.
Okay. I'll grab both of
Yeah.
those.
And as I said, the boomasterclass.com. Look through our website as well. As I said, you'll get access as a free membership for the year. Discounts on other classes that we have online. You'll be able to get access to our 150 plus classes via online as well, and we might be able to use some of those classes that Niall has per se, and we'll say go watch some of Niall's classes about how to set up self tapes so that she doesn't have to go through it all at once again, that kind of stuff. So using our archive to help them and utilize that aspect of classes as well. And of course, be aware that some of those classes are from the COVID era, so they're in their apartments or tiny rooms in their New York City apartments. But they're great classes anyway.
I'm sure it'll be fantastic. Yeah, everybody had to adjust. She did her production that year. It was only live streamed, no audience participants, spaced apart with clear full face masks on. So
yes,
it was an interesting year.
Of course. And then, of course, one of the biggest things is once you make a payment, we start sending information to you and have her send in any videos that she has of her singing, dancing, acting, so then we can then figure out what she wants, how we can help her as well, and what can we help her with improving. And remembering that the college program is not looking for perfection. They're looking for how they can help you improve as a performer so that you're ready in 4 years to go off into the career.
Okay. Okay. All right. That makes
Yep.
sense. Okay.
Thank you so much for coming in today. I appreciate
thank
it.
you for answering all my questions, and I have a lot to
Very welcome.
digest and look through and talk with her. I'll see her this
Yeah.
weekend. So
Here, I'm going to put in our email so you have it as well, so you can take that down.
okay.
If you think of any other questions or any music questions, acting questions, admin@boomasterclass.com is our email. So just send in anything that you might have questions about.
Perfect. Thank you. All right.
All
Well,
right.
enjoy
Well, have a
your
great
long
evening.
weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great
All
one.
right. Bye.
Bye.